Hey guys, Z.A.K here, and today I'm going to be doing sort of a build review slash kind of like a running review of the B5. So, yeah. Build went okay, I'd have to say, because Team Associate gave me the wrong rear hub carrier, which was this one. And we had to buy a new one, which was only $1 on Amazon, on Prime, so it came in like less than 4 days, and yeah, it's here, it works, and it's all good. Another bad thing is that one of the shock packages, like one of the little rings that go into the shocks, like the plastic ones, like the thick big ones, one of them are really melted a little bit by something, but it still worked. Like this, like it wasn't even a full circle, it's like a C shape, but the other ones are all full circles, so at least it works, and we just ran it, so it works, no leaking, and it works really good. And yeah, otherwise the build went spectacular, it went really good. The only thing I hated about like the build was how hard it was to screw the shock eyelets in. Some of the front one cracked, like one of them cracked just a little bit, but it works, and we ran it, and it just worked really good. Yeah, other than that, the build went good. Some areas just were hard to screw screws into, like the links and the eyelets, like I just said. But other than that, like I said, good build. Things I like about this car is that it has the V2 big bore shocks, really nice, and it comes with this good battery tray here that you could put in saddles or shorties, and you get this little shorty ballast foam or whatever you call it. You also get some aluminum servo mounts right there, and oh yeah, another thing I didn't really like is how much room there is for the servo. I mean, this servo bell crank is almost running into the servo. This is a Savox SC0252. As you can see, it's just barely even doing it, and the servo link is like not even centered. It's actually going like that, which is not good because it's almost rubbing the servo, but it works. We ran it, it's good. The Savox SC0252 servo is probably the biggest you could possibly go. Excuse me. So yeah. Also, I liked how the bell cranks had bearings in them because my B4 never had bell cranks like that, and that's the factory team. So yeah, it's pretty good, and we are running the Savox SC0252 as we said, 30 weight all around in the shocks, which was the factory oil. We didn't put in any 27.5 that came with the low C. We just kept the 30 weight stock springs. We have about 1 centimeter of preload in the front and about 1.5 centimeters of the rear. Yeah, basically all the stock stuff. Tazer, 45 amp ESC because he had that laying around. It's sensorless, which is okay, I guess. Motor cogs with it a little bit off takeoff, so it's not the best. If he got a Turing Trackstar Turbo ESC, one of those $40 ones with the sensor port in it, way better. I mean, I got that in my 22 and it works really good. And then we are running the Turingy Nanotech 4.2 battery in there. I also have the same thing. It's not a bad battery, but it cracked on me right up there, and we had to tape. I just, for safekeeping, taped around the whole battery, along with my saddle pack Turingy's, which I have in my B4 right now. Also, we have a Flysky FS-GT3B receiver in there, along with the Flysky FS-GT3B remote. I use the GT3C, and so does my brother, so it's pretty good. And lastly, we have the wing cut off to the stock spec, which is the only spec, just all the wing cut off there. And then we're running a Turing Trackstar 8.5, no timing, no negative timing either. It's not censored. I mean, the sensor cable is not in it because the 45 amp Trackstar ESC is not censored. And yeah, the chassis is actually still clean because he ran it in the grass before we brought it back here. And we still got, because I'm painting up the body, the mask is already drying. So there'll be a dark blue stripe down the middle. The main colors will be light blue, which is these colors right there. And then the side pod areas, which are these, are going to be white. It's got kind of a nice Adidas sort of look to it. Just a couple lines. It's going to look pretty sick when it's done. The front wheels, whoops, knocked over body, guys. Very professional. For the front tires, we were running J Concepts Groovies, so you can kind of tell. Kind of holding the cameras, it's a little shakier. It's a Groovy. We're on 2 Groovies, and then his blockades are coming for the rear from Proline. And yeah, he's gonna run some J Concepts open cell foam because that's all we got, or the Proline open cell foam, depending on what one I think is better, or if they're just the same. So yeah, guys, this car was an easy car to build. Just really didn't like how the part. So this part was the wrong part, and we had to buy a new one. And then how that shock bushing was melty, and then the shock eyelets didn't go in very smoothly. So yeah, those are my only gripes really about it. Otherwise, this thing built good. Also the tolerances with the servo and everything, but it's all good, and it works really nice. I didn't have any problems running it, and pretty good. But oh yeah, I also forgot to tell you about the wing. We put it onto these 2 hole settings because that's how it shows it on the box. As you can see, it's right on the shock tower, and so is this. And as you can see, I didn't cut like this little area because I want it to be just a little longer to catch that extra air. But also, we cut it to like there's 2 settings on here, like one wide one, as you can see, it's still on here for the shock. And there's a short one which we had to overcut because it wasn't good enough for it, so we just had to overcut it so then it would actually fit. As you can hear, it still rubs, so it's not that great. Also, really don't like the wing because there's not a lot of things you could change with it, like the J Concepts wing, as I have here on my D4. It's a little blurry, guys. Yeah, I have that wing. So yeah, Proline body's getting painted up, just like I told you before. Bulldog, this is the one that came with it. It's gonna look sick. It's gonna be painted tomorrow, and I'll probably take some pictures and post a video or something. So yeah, guys, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you later.